Okay, we are having 840G3 with some of the very most unique problems. Okay, now I plug in the power and it's taking some pre-charge current and coming on by itself. Coming on, it's taking 0.6, so the machine should be on and machine is working perfectly, right? But then if I try powering off the machine, it's powering off, powering on. Okay, powering on again. Why is it powering on? The client says the power button is not functioning well, or it restarted. Let's wait and see, or probably wait until it completely powers on. The MEFW, probably the BIOS has been redone before. Let's wait. So the machine is on. You can see that. Wait, the power button is working. How? The client said the power button is not working. It's not powering on. Okay, it went off. Came on again. Okay, let's just to verify, let's open it up and see. Give me some time to open it up. And finally it's open. So because the description the client was giving me seems to be quite different, let's remove the battery, let's plug it in. It should power on by itself because we don't have the CMOS battery. Okay, taking 0.6, it probably should be powering on. Press enter to reboot the system. I want to try out something just to verify. Coming on. And it's loading, so powering off. It went off. Okay, I don't know, maybe I should call the client and get some clarifications. Okay, I've called the client and I've heard the whole story, and the client says it was taken somewhere and it's working, quite working well, but sometimes it powers on, sometimes it just decides the button is not working completely. I thought it's the button, so on further analysis and checking, I found that some damage had been done somewhere on the motherboard. So let's see if we can help a client. Let me check through the scope, and you can see the power button. Sorry, some damage had been done here. Okay, yeah, we have two pins which are hanging, which are coming directly from the power button, and the four are intact. 4 buttons are intact, so that is, we just have to trace and to see which one is the most important amongst the two, or if we can trace where the two are supposed to be going, then we check it out. Right, so this is probably the main issue with the laptop. The laptop just came in and started working perfectly well, and it was almost shocking. why it was brought here. Okay. All right. We have a sample board here, 840G3. Where is the power button? Okay, we have an exact replica here. We'll just have to trace and see where the two pins are moving to. So we'll connect black probe to ground. Let me shift to continuity, VDC. Okay, my multimeter, let me restart it. Okay, it's back. Homes, continuity mode. So let's check for the ground, where the ground is. That is not the ground, not that one, not that one, and wait, I think we're in voltage mode, resistance mode. Good. So this, that not ground, that's not ground, this is ground. So luckily the last pin here should be the ground. Okay, now let's check reference point. Definitely there is no connection there. Okay, there is no connection on the ground. Wait, how comes? Let's wait and see. Okay, okay. There is no ground when you remove the, so that is connected to ground. How? I don't know. This one, let's check this other one. So that seems to be the main problem there. Okay, this second one, let me connect to ground. So I think, this is just my honest opinion, this ground, so this is working perfectly. The fact that it is hanging, probably there is no stable ground, and that is why it would sometimes power on, and sometimes it would the power button would not be working completely. So that explains what the client was saying. Okay, unstable ground that should be connected to the power button, and that is what we are going to sort out. We have some nice ground here. We have some nice ground here. It's open. How is it open? This one, this is not ground, and this is ground. How? This is not ground, or the connection, or it's completely connected out. This is not ground. Where are we going to tap our ground from? Alright, we must find a place to tap our ground from. What of this connector? Here we have some nice ground, though it's going onto the touch connector here. You have some nice ground there. I'm shocked why this is, probably it was disconnected from the plate, from a ground plate. We also have ground here, So the simple thing is we would tap ground from anywhere, but I'm just looking for the closest place we can tap ground from and connect it. Okay, right. Okay, I have a jumper wire, and the first thing is let's do a connection here, a little bit of connection here. Okay, that's enough. Then we can use a jumper wire. Let me smelt it. This jumper wire is usually coated, so you need to melt out the area that you need to connect, and that's a good connection. Okay, so we will jump it to a more stable area. I think we are having some capacitors here that are directly connecting to the ground. Okay, we could decide and jump them there or here. Let me not smelt the plastic. Let me look for another ground. Okay, let me look for another ground around, and I mean these would have been perfect. Okay, these would have been perfect. No, we will place it here. We have made a decision. We will place it here. Or let me just confirm. I need to make a very bold decision, because we also check on the safety so that we don't make more damages. That is positive. This is the ground here. This is ground here. This is not ground. We could tap it to this point. Yeah, I could tap it to that point. Okay, we need some solder here. We need some solder here. Just some small amount here. Then do some connections there. Good. Yeah, that is okay. Then we'll have to cut out excess. Good. So again, we'll need to stick it somewhere good. It looks like some shoddy job, right? Yes, it does. Okay, we'll do some coatings with the UV glue. And glue it on well, alright? We'll do some curation and stick it on well. That is okay. Where is my UV lamp? Okay, so let's give it time to cure up. This is UV lamp. Okay. Okay, and the lamp is dry enough, so let's switch it off and do some testing to ensure that so power it on. Okay, it's working well. It's working well. Okay, there we have the display, and now we'll close it up and take it back to the customer. Now this is probably one of the very strangest things probably that I've solved, because probably the client or the person who was working on this machine tried pulling off the motherboard, and there was a screw that was stuck here. Okay, and what happens, part of that motherboard is cut off from the board. Okay, and that is very dangerous. When you're opening the machine, you make sure all the screws are out to be on a safer side. Okay, yeah, 100% solved. There was unstable ground on the power button. That is according to what the client was saying, and you can see that all those pins, there is no ground on all those other 5 pins. Okay, yeah, so again the donor board helped us a lot, and I think we're good to go. So thank you for watching the video, and have a nice day. Please subscribe to our channel to keep on supporting us. Okay, have a nice day.